Hey, it's Aunt B. Elise from the Beauty and the Eats, and I just wanted to share with you all some very important tidbits on brushes today. Not just any brushes, but face brushes, because you're bombarded with all kind of brushes, each and every which way, and how to use them or whatever. This video specifically on what I feel are the brushes that you need to have for your face and for building your kit, whether you're a beauty guru, a beauty beginner, or a makeup artist. Like, these are things that you need to know, so make sure you stay tuned. And of course, I will leave an article about it below. So thanks for watching. Basic foundation brush. A foundation brush is what you will use to apply something like one of those masks. You know, you see the ladies put the mask on their face for skincare treatments. You can use this brush if you don't want to use your fingers. You can also use this for, foundation brushes. That's the title of this. It's a foundation brush. You use it for applying liquid foundation to your face in an even way. You use it like a large paintbrush to paint your face. Ideally, you want this to be a synthetic brush. Brushes have different kinds of hairs that they're made out of. Most of the blending brushes are like a mixture of goat hair and synthetic fibers. Foundation brushes are one of those brushes you want to be synthetic. Just like synthetic hair, it doesn't absorb product. That's what you want from this brush, because a foundation brush, you want it to be easy to clean, which is why I've used this brush before with heavy, especially for people of color. We have a lot of pigment in our skin that'll give your brush, that'll stain your brush. But when you use a synthetic brush that is not supposed to absorb product, it will make it clean to the point where it resumes back to its natural color and its natural state. That's why you want a foundation brush, or practically any of your facial brushes, to be synthetic fibers. This is basically mineralized powder blending brush that you use. You've seen me use this for my foundation. I use this for any cream foundation I have, or any foundation that I want to blend. It works the same as one of those beauty blender sponges to be more trendy, or cosmetic sponges. It will remove extra product off of your face that you don't need when it comes to your foundation, and it will blend it in a way, if you use it in circular motions, to give you a seamless finish. Everybody needs one of these brushes. This is a Real Techniques blending brush, and I will leave the link for you in the article at thebeautyandtheeats.com, which will have a link attached to this video. Yes. You want one of these brushes. Contrary to what you believe, these large flat face brushes are not meant to put powder on your face, but they are used to knock powder off your face. Picture that with a Kodak, okay? Who knew, right? I still use it to put powder on my face because I'm a rebel. But that's what you need in your kit. I really think like this is one of those basic powder brushes that everybody knows about, but nobody really knows how to use. So ideally, I was taught that you use it to knock powder off your face, which you can when you have excess powder, say you're baking, or when you have your translucent powder on over your foundation. But no, I like to use this also to place my finishing powder on, because I don't over powder myself, and I'm not with the baking trend personally. So I just take my finishing powder and I add it to the large 5 head I have, and put it in the other places where it needs to be finished. Angled blush brushes are so clutch, especially in the contouring age and for people with face shapes like me. My face, as a makeup artist, you need to know people's face shapes, and you need to know people's skin types. Those are very key to learning how to apply makeup on people, because it doesn't look the same on all people, no matter how you apply it. So in order to get that kind of symmetrical, consistent look that keeps your clients coming back, you need to master these things. So my face shape, let's talk about that. I say I have a square shape. I think Nicki Minaj has a square shaped face, because when you look at the brim of my head, right, the outside perimeter of my forehead, it lines up evenly with my jawline. That's why I feel like it's a square. It's like L7 type. But I also have high cheekbones. I mean, you will see it more if I contour, but I don't have any makeup on right now. Forgive me. But wasn't feeling it today. Wasn't feeling it today. I'm sorry. Like, sue me. The makeup artist that doesn't wear makeup every day. Like, so what? Like, I make you look good. Whatever. But anyway, so I have this square jawline. And I have these high cheekbones. So this is why you need to bring out my cheekbones by highlighting me a super lot, which if you ever pay attention to Nicki Minaj's highlight, she's always super highlighted, but it's always a large triangle from here out. And you really don't need too much because this jaw is really profound. If I make it profound, it's like super. I don't need to do too much to bring my cheeks out. They're already pretty high, pretty strong when I want it to be. So that's why people like me need this brush. That sounded demonic. I promise that wasn't a belt shot. I was just being dramatic. But an angled blush brush is going to perfectly emphasize for people with faces like mine and jawlines that are kind of strong like mine, like cheekbone lines. It goes right into that crevice to give you that good contour and give you that good blush. Because people with like that super highlight, that super triangular highlight that I need to have and other square faced people need to have, this gives you that perfect blush angle right there. You know, not rounder face people who can use the rounder blush brush. It just doesn't apply the same with me. And I've noticed when people, other makeup artists, use that round blush brush on me, it doesn't give me the blush effect that I like. I'm really specific about blush placement, and that's just me because of my face shape, and I know what looks good on me and other people with faces like mine. So this is so clutch. It also is good for, you know, getting the perimeter of the face with that contour and that blush hitting it on the outside, which I do blend my blush color with my perimeter contour color. I don't know why it's so magical, but it makes my skin, it just blends all the coloring in specifically for me. And if you've seen my 10-minute face makeup look, I did that there. Like I used my blush in the perimeter after I contoured. It's just, it probably didn't apply too much product there, but it does enough. This brush is clutch for that. Even if you don't use blush, you can use this for the perimeter of your face and it's fine. I even sometimes, if I don't have my contour brush, I'll thin it out like it's a fan brush and go bloop, bloop, bloop. Get that contour for when I'm missing brushes, you know. Lack of resources make you resourceful. Your girl's resourceful. This is a pointed foundation brush from e.l.f. And this is like, I have another version of this brush from Real Techniques. These are kind of similar, but really these are like pointed, kind of domed, fluffy mineralizer brushes. These are very clutch for when you do bake or when you do apply powder under the eyes. It is the perfect angle for that. I don't bake, but when I want to set my concealer, boom, it hits the corner precisely, so I don't have to keep doing it. Some people like to use their sponge for that. I'm a brusher. I love my brushes. So if you are a contour freak, then a brush like this, a flat contour brush, which I know Real Techniques makes, which I know pretty much any big brand that's into contouring, they make brushes like these. And I was not a believer until I got this brush. I'm so economic with it. I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I get the same brushes. But I got this new brush set and I tried this and I am a believer, because for my nose, the bridge of my nose right here, and if you, like I said, if you see that 10-minute face, featuring the Fenty. I'll leave the link below to that. If you've seen my 10-minute makeup face video, then you know I use this brush to not only get in the center of my nose to contour, but also my eye. I just did this, and it gives you that kind of a precision for your contour. That is why for contouring, goddesses, you need this brush. It's going to give you that precision. It gives you that precision in your contour that makes it razor sharp. That gives it that perfection. Allows you to be an artiste about it. So I would say this is a must-have brush. We haven't even talked about eye brushes. So I guess I'm going to catch you in the next video for that. Make sure you stay tuned, and you'll see all the brush details about this on thebeautyandtheeats.com. Love you guys.